Hey everyone, and welcome back to the RedBeard Outdoors podcast. I'm Jonathan, your host, and here at RedBeard Outdoors, I talk about faith, family, fitness, and the outdoors because I've noticed that people who apply those four principles in their lives in some form or fashion have consistent success on a day-to-day basis, or at least just consistently have success. That's what we all want. You want to get better on a consistent basis. You want to live a happier, healthier, more successful life. I'm sharing my journey with you and little things along the way. I get to have conversations with people that I share with you on Saturdays. Mondays are my gear review to scratch that itch for you gear nerds out there that are like me. And of course, today being Wednesday, you get to have the solo edition of the podcast where I share with you some thoughts, some ideas maybe that have come up in my mind throughout the week, a quote, a story, something along those lines. That's what we've got going today. Before we get into what I want to share with you guys, I just want to give you a thanks, guys. And I'm just feeling extremely grateful lately for all the growth that's happening with the podcast, the YouTube channel, RedBeard's Fit Crew. We're going 200 members strong and growing. And I love it. I love seeing people come in wanting to better their lives. First Phorm Outdoors group is growing. I love it. And just wanted to say thank you. It's thanks to you guys that are listening here on the podcast, following along on Instagram, or going into YouTube and watching the videos there. So because of that, I'm going to give you a personal invite. If you haven't yet, come join us. Come join us over at RedBeard's Fit Crew and First Phorm Outdoors. The Facebook links are down below. If you don't have Facebook, send me your email, and I will definitely get you in on the weekly calls. We do weekly calls on Wednesday, and I might be switching the RedBeard's Fit Crew calls. I will keep you posted on that. I'll send an email on that if that happens. But definitely want to get you guys in on the calls. Want you to build your community so that you can have people that also want to live that happier, healthier, more successful life. So come join us over there, guys. It doesn't cost a thing other than your time. Okay, so we just want you over there. We want you to be happy, healthy, and just live successful. So because of that, and I know we're here coming up on December, last month of the year, man, 2022 has flown by, and there's so many things going on. I just want to jump into this. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about maybe a situation that I've seen come up a couple times, and it came up again recently, a little bit of a situation where I'm really direct, and some people may not like that. That's just how I am. I like to cut to the chase. Let's get this done. Let's be efficient. Let's do the things that we need to do. Okay. If you're not doing what you need to do, be honest about it. That kind of thing, right? I know there's certain things that I'm not the best at, and either I accept it or I go change it. That's just what it is. I don't take offense to it. So there's been quite a few situations where, I want to help people, but I've noticed that some people want the magic pill, whether that be with fitness, whether that be with finances, whatever. And there is no magic pill, especially I'm going to direct more towards fitness, but it definitely applies to the delayed gratification mindset of, fitness, finances, hunting, basically everything in life, anything that's worth going after is going to take time. And so I've just noticed that there's a lot of people that don't want to put in the work, but they want the results. And that's hard because I can see how so many people leave potential on the table. Things that they could potentially do and accomplish in their lives that I may never be able to accomplish because of whether that be natural talents that they have or connections that they have, or, there's a plethora of things that could be the reason that they have this potential. But long story short, there's so many quotes out there, guys, and I'll shoot you a couple of them here. So the Cameron Haynes one, nobody cares, work harder. Another one, push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. If nobody will help you, do it alone. There's so many quotes out here, guys, about, it doesn't matter how many people do what you do, no one can do it like you, etc. Right? They're just all about getting up and doing it yourself. What it boils down to, guys, is there's motivation and there's discipline. Motivation only lasts for so long. For some people, motivation can last days, weeks, months. For some people, it lasts 10 minutes, and then you need another dopamine hit, whether that be through social media or, talking to people or going to the gas station and picking up your favorite treat, whatever that may be for you. But nobody can do the work for you. It is helpful to have a community, and that's why we have RedBeard's Fit Crew and Phorm Outdoors. And another one I'll give a shout out to is Elk Shape. I get in on the Elk Shape camps that are coming up this next year. Those are some great communities, but even the people in that community can't do the work for you. They can talk to you. They can give you advice. There's many people out there that have lived and experienced many things that they can talk to you about, so you can avoid having to go through the bad scenarios. And if you take their advice and apply it, it will help you cut down the learning curve of whatever it may be. Again, finances, faith, fitness, family, outdoors, hunting. There's so many things. Anything that you're wanting to pursue, I guarantee you someone else has wanted to pursue that same thing, and you can go listen to them and learn from their mistakes, so you don't have to make those same mistakes and cut down that learning curve. What it boils down to is nobody else can do the work for you. So be honest with yourself. Ask yourself, do you really want XYZ thing? Do you really want six-pack abs? Do you really want a happy family? Do you really want to be able to run a marathon? Do you really want to be a millionaire? Do you really want that car, that thing? That's underrated too. It's okay to want certain things. If that's what you want for you, not to show it off to other people, I think that's the wrong motivation. But if you want a car or a gear item, whatever it may be, there's no problem with having that as kind of your motivation to be disciplined. Okay, so again, going back to the concept of you can hear all of these great things, go to all these great seminars, talk to all these great people, and have a great community. But if you're not willing to put in the work, whose fault is that? Whose fault is it? And you have to accept that. That's what I teach my kids. And, I'm not 100% perfect at that. But taking another shout out to another book, Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink. Absolutely love that book, because he talks about leadership and how even leaders take responsibility for the people that they're leading if something wasn't done, because they know that they didn't either train them correctly or they didn't follow through correctly as a leader, whatever it may be along those lines. They know that they faltered in some way or another. You, listening out there, may be a leader of your family, your friend group, in work. You may be a leader in different aspects of your life. Maybe you're a leader in multiple aspects of your life. Whatever it is, guys, you need to understand that no one can do the work for you. And that's just kind of what I want to drill home today. As we start wrapping up the year, you look back on your year, see what you've accomplished, and there's probably some things that you weren't able to accomplish. Now, again, you kind of have that, what some people would say after action review, take a review of your year, however you want to phrase that. But look back on the last 12 months or even 11 months. And if you have those New Year's resolutions or you set goals like quarterly goals, whatever it may be, take a look at that span of time and see if you accomplished those goals. And if not, be honest with yourself and then ask yourself, why didn't you accomplish those goals? And start making preparations to start today or within the next couple days to start doing the work towards those changes. Don't wait until New Year's and say, oh, well, I'll just give it, another 30 days and I can just goof off and do whatever and just kind of go through the motions and not do anything. Don't do that. Please, I'm asking you not to do that. Don't waste your potential. Every single one of you out there listening right now has potential greater than where you are right now. I know people that have literally been paralyzed from the waist down that still go to the gym because they want to be active and healthy. They don't let it hold them back. They still go hunting. They've done some crazier things than I've done in the hunting or, outdoors area of life. They've done some crazier things than I've ever imagined, like going noodling, sticking their arm into a big old catfish's hole and hoping it'll latch on. And they don't have any legs, basically. They're paralyzed from the waist down. Guys, you have more potential, guys and girls, ladies, men, women out there listening. You have more potential than where you are right now. You may have accomplished a lot, and I hope you've accomplished a lot in the last year. But you have more to give, more to accomplish. You're depending on you. If you have a family, your children are depending on you. If you have a spouse, they're depending on you to be your best. Your family, your friends, the people that follow you, if you have a following on social media, people at work that look up to you. There's so many things that you probably don't even realize that people look up to you. Go after your potential. Don't give up the next 30 days because you feel like you failed your New Year's resolutions from 2022 back in February. Reinvigorate yourself. Take this moment right now to look at your goals for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Reevaluate where you're at in the different aspects of your life that you're wanting to improve on, and set the goal to start tomorrow. Start, not even tomorrow, guys. Start now. Start now. Get your stuff. There's little baby steps that you can take so that a year from now, 12 months from now, when we're, talking on the podcast again, you can say, man, I accomplished that and more. You accomplish your goals within the first half of the year, so now you're going after more goals. Guys, seriously, don't give up your potential for anything. There's nothing worth giving up your potential. And to reiterate, nobody can do the work for you. The work doesn't have to be some monumental task that you accomplish where you go and lift some crazy heavy weights, or you have to feel like the world is on your shoulders. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the small investments that you put in day in and day out to accomplish your goals now. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. The small investments day in and day out. Look at your goals, set the goals, take the baby steps every day, enjoy life, and you'll enjoy it even more when you reap the rewards or the fruits of your labor. You guys, that's all I'm going to ask of you. This isn't for me. This isn't for anyone else out there except for you. You listening right now, go and do those baby steps towards your goals, guys. That's what I want for you, okay? If you want a good community, again, come join us over at RedBeard's Fit Crew, First Phorm Outdoors. The links are down below. Go look them up on Facebook. And if you don't have Facebook, I 100% agree with that decision. And send me an email, redbeardoutdoors1@gmail.com, and I'll get you in on the weekly calls. They're Zoom calls. So, love you guys. I really do. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all that you've done to help grow this channel, this podcast. If you haven't yet, follow the podcast, share it with others, and just have a great rest of your week. And I look forward to sharing the conversation with you on Saturday. And of course, like I always say, guys, get out, live your life, and love it.